What is the SAP Material Planner Assistant? Executive Summary. The SAP Material Planner Assistant manages inventory levels and production schedules using SAP software. They monitor material requirements planning, MRP, to prevent part shortages and ensure continuous manufacturing. Key tasks include managing purchase requisitions, maintaining accurate master data, and collaborating with suppliers. This role balances financial goals with production needs through careful data analysis. Ultimately, the assistant maintains supply chain efficiency, supports team communication, and solves critical logistics problems to ensure business success. Article: Manufacturing companies face many challenges today. They must manage thousands of parts and supplies. Global supply chains often experience sudden delays. Customer demands change quickly. To stay competitive, businesses use powerful software. Systems Applications and Products, SAP, is the most popular choice. Within this system, the Material Planner Assistant plays a vital role. This professional ensures that production lines never stop. They balance the needs of the factory with the reality of the warehouse. Understanding the SAP environment. SAP acts as the central brain of a large company. It tracks every dollar and every screw. The system stores massive amounts of data in real time. A Material Planner Assistant spends most of their day inside this digital world. They use specific codes called transaction codes to navigate the system. These codes allow the assistant to view inventory levels. They can also see upcoming sales orders from customers. The assistant monitors the Material Requirements Planning, MRP list. This list is the core of the planning process. The SAP system calculates exactly what the factory needs. It looks at current stock and subtracts upcoming production requirements. If the balance is negative, the system flags a shortage. The Material Planner Assistant must respond to these flags immediately. Daily responsibilities and workflow. The workday usually begins with a review of the exception message report. SAP generates these alerts when things go wrong. Perhaps a supplier shipped a part late. Maybe a machine broke down on the assembly line. The assistant prioritizes these alerts based on urgency. They focus first on parts that might halt production today. Once they identify a shortage, the assistant takes action. They often convert planned orders into purchase requisitions. This step tells the purchasing department to buy more materials. The assistant must check the lead times for every part. Some parts arrive in 2 days. Other specialized components take 6 months to manufacture. The assistant coordinates these timelines perfectly. Communication is another huge part of the job. The assistant speaks with suppliers frequently. They confirm delivery dates for every shipment. They also talk to the warehouse team. Sometimes the computer says a part is in stock. However, the physical shelf might be empty. The assistant investigates these discrepancies to fix the data. Data integrity and accuracy. SAP is only as good as the data inside it. A Material Planner Assistant acts as a data guardian. They maintain material master records for thousands of items. These records contain essential details about each part. For example, they list the safety stock level. Safety stock acts as an insurance policy. It is the minimum amount of inventory kept on hand for emergencies. The assistant also manages lot sizes. This setting determines how many parts the company buys at once. Buying in bulk saves money on shipping. However, large orders tie up the company's cash. The assistant finds the sweet spot for every item. They adjust these settings as the market changes. Solving complex problems. The job requires strong analytical skills. A Material Planner Assistant often faces conflicting goals. The finance department wants low inventory to save money. The production team wants high inventory to avoid delays. The assistant sits right in the middle of this tension. They use SAP data to justify their decisions to both sides. Sudden changes are common in manufacturing. A customer might double their order size overnight. The assistant must quickly check if the factory can handle the increase. They run what-if scenarios in SAP. They look for bottlenecks in the supply chain. If a specific chemical is missing, they hunt for a new source. They work quickly to keep the customer happy. The importance of collaboration. No planner works in a vacuum. The assistant collaborates with the quality control team. Sometimes a shipment arrives but fails inspection. The assistant must find a replacement immediately. They also work with the engineering department. When engineers design a new product, the assistant sets up the initial supply chain. They ensure the factory has the new parts before the launch date. The assistant also helps the logistics team. They track incoming containers from overseas. If a ship gets stuck in a storm, the assistant reroutes other orders. They use SAP to see which alternative parts are available. This teamwork prevents small problems from becoming major disasters. Career growth and technology. Technology is changing the way assistants work. New versions of SAP use artificial intelligence. These tools can predict future shortages before they happen. Modern assistants must learn these new digital tools. They often take extra training courses to stay current. This role is a great starting point for a career in management. Many assistants become senior planners or supply chain managers. Working as an assistant provides a bird's-eye view of the company. You learn how products move from raw materials to finished goods. You understand the financial impact of every decision. This knowledge is valuable in any business career. Key skills for success. A successful assistant loves organization. They must keep track of hundreds of moving pieces. Attention to detail is mandatory. A single wrong number in SAP can cost thousands of dollars. They also need resilience. The job can be stressful when parts are missing. A calm attitude helps them solve problems effectively. They must also enjoy using computers. SAP is a complex and technical interface. Users must memorize many steps to complete a single task. A good assistant enjoys mastering these technical workflows. They often find ways to automate their daily reports. This saves time and reduces human error. Conclusion. The SAP Material Planner. Assistant is an essential gear in the industrial machine. They bridge the gap between digital data and physical products. By managing inventory and communicating with teams, they ensure the company thrives. Without their hard work, factories would sit silent. They turn raw data into finished products that people use every day. Do you have trouble researching information about your company? You know it's in there somewhere. You just can't find it. Or you can't make sense out of it. Or there is so much you don't know where to start. Search fails when you use the wrong keywords. You can't ask questions like you can with Chrome or Edge. I can help you solve that problem with advice, research, and training. Contact me for a free 30-minute consultation. If you get value from these blogs, please consider joining my Patreon as a member at the $2, $4, or $8 level. https://www.patreon.com/Steve Hovland.